What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are in Georgia. It's Sunday. Birds are chirping, dogs are barking. We're making our way down to Florida. This here behind me is a 48-foot enclosed paired with my 2018 Ram 3500 that we're going to be talking about today. We're taking a load of plants, yes, plants, from Pennsylvania to Florida. Just got a call on this. I had the trailer for it, and we're making it happen. But what I want to talk about today is the Ram that's paired to this trailer just hit 100,000 miles. So if you don't know, my name is Jason. I have a small hotshot company, currently the only driver on the company. I've got a 2018 Ram 3500. I've got a 2011 Chevy Silverado 2500, and I just purchased for myself a 2008 Ram 2500 Mega Cab, kind of as a corporate cruiser. But we're gonna go over this truck for the first 100,000 miles. I'm gonna tell you what I like, what I dislike, some of the problems I had, and you know, the maintenance that I had to do to this truck. So this is a truck we're going to be talking about today. It is a Ram 3500 single cab, dual rear wheel. We'll go over everything I've added to this, but it is a 6.7 liter Cummins attached with the ACEN, however you want to say it, the transmission. That was one of my requirements when buying this. It needed to have the ACEN transmission. The way you can tell on these is if the dipstick is on the driver's side, right here for the transmission, it has the ACEN transmission. The 68 RFE will have a dipstick on the other side. So this is a truck we're talking about. This bad boy's got 101,000 miles right now, and it's been a great truck. The only damage on this entire truck that I have caused, I don't even know if it'll pick up in the camera, it's a small dent right here from a bush. Real thick branches like that I got into backing into a tight spot. Other than that, there's no damage to this truck, no accidents, nothing, no fender benders. Every panel's straight. Paint has been holding up great. As you can see, we do have some rock chips, which is to be expected from a highway truck, but nothing I can really complain about. So we'll go over everything here. We'll go over what I like, what I dislike. I'll show you guys what I've added. So first thing I've added is 60-gallon Titan fuel tank, 30,000 pound EB gooseneck hitch. It's made by EB Trailers. They are in Lancaster County in Pennsylvania. It's made for 34-inch frame rails, 4 bolts on each side. Very stout hitch. Added a small deck plate back here and diamond plate to protect the fuel tank, just in case anything were to fall down. There's a little extra protection because it does have a 52-gallon stock tank on this. And for right now, all I have on the rear is just regular old mud flaps. I have purchased full fenders that I'm going to get painted in white to match the truck, so that should look pretty good. But that's about it that we've added on this truck. It's been a great truck. So for the first 100,000 miles, I've had, knock on wood, 0 breakdowns. The only issues I have had were check engine lights, let's see, like 3 or 4 times due to DEF codes when it was extremely cold. There was one trip where I was going to Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I got there at night, parked the truck. When I came out of the hotel, it was like 7 below. So it was extremely cold. Don't know what happened, but as the truck warmed up and as it got warmer in the day, the check engine light ended up going away, so no issues. This truck is completely bone stock. As you see, still has the DPF, still has the EGR, and knock on wood, wherever wood is, I've had no issues with that. So really no complaints. So since I have a Chevy, I have another Ram, I've driven brand new Fords, I can kind of give an accurate comparison to power and how this thing tows. Now, I love the power of a Cummins. I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of partial since I've been driving this truck. I got this truck with 8 miles on it. Been driving it for over 100,000 miles this year. So I have pretty, you know, enough experience, and I've driven a new Ford probably 5,000-6,000 miles on long trips, pulling pretty much the same kind of load, which I'll show you. And I can say that the power of a Cummins is unmatched. It's got low end torque, it puts it to the ground, and it gets you moving, and once you're up to highway speed, it's not a struggle. If you look at this trailer's 48 foot long. In comparison, I'm backed up to this semi, this tanker. All right, my trailer's farther back than his is, and our front ends are right at the end. So this is no small trailer. Pretty much like pulling a sail in the wind, and this truck has absolutely no problem even getting it up to highway speed and keeping that highway speed. There's no downshifts, upshifts, just trying to keep it you know, up to highway speed. It stays in that power range. If you guys drive a Cummins, you know what I'm talking about. It stays in that power range. It's just smooth, gradual power. So this is a single cab, and that's pretty much my only regret when buying this truck, that I didn't buy a crew cab. The reason I bought this truck is mainly because how basic it is. I only paid $38,000 for this truck, brand new. It was a leftover 18, which I'm glad I didn't buy a 19. But I wanted something basic because a lot of the jobs I get into, I find myself doing. If you followed me, I haul anything. I have multiple trailers. I haul anything. I get myself into situations where a small truck is needed. And not having a bed on this truck really gives me the option to maneuver into places. If you had dually fenders on this, you know, I'm not scared to rub this tire and wheel through a bush, or put that up against a fence backing into somewhere, you know what I mean? I can maneuver it because I don't care. There's not a body to have to, you know, replace or fix or whatever it may be. These mud flaps are 15 bucks a piece off of Amazon. If I rip one off, I rip one off, which I do plenty of. Other than that, we'll go over some of the maintenance I've done to this truck. This truck gets oil changes every, I'm gonna get my maintenance book out here. This truck gets oil changes between 12 and 15,000 miles, and also gets a fuel filter at that time. But they had one issue going down the road where, I did get some cheap fuel, and it clogged the fuel filter that was under the hood, and caused the truck to at first have like a bucking or a surging, and then ended up having no power at all. So I'm gonna pull my maintenance log out here, and we'll go over everything. So let's see, I keep a handwritten maintenance log, so when I'm on the road, if I do something, I can write it down. I just have to find out. Here it is. Okay, so I've done 8 oil changes, which is gonna mean 8 sets of fuel filters. Now I'm on my 3rd set of tires. First set of tires only lasted 34,000 miles. Ended up putting 6 of the Mastercraft Corsair HXTs on. Now the Mastercraft Corsair, that's a commercial highway tire, did terrible on the rear of this truck. They only lasted 35,000 miles, but on the front of the truck they lasted almost 80,000 miles. So I'm on my 3rd set of tires. I have Toyo Open Countries for a little more aggressive tread, as this truck is only 2-wheel drive. And I just put a set of Firestone Transforce HT2s on the front, and I found that finding a tire with a real tough, hard shoulder and keeping them at the right tire pressure really makes them last a lot longer. Let's see what else I've done. I did the crankcase ventilation filter twice now. I've done the rear differential 3 times. I've changed the transmission fluid 3 times. And that's about it. I haven't had to do any repairs. I've checked the front brakes and the rear brakes, and the brakes are still good with over 100,000 miles. And that's one thing that's good about these Cummins trucks that have such a strong exhaust brake. It really saves on your brakes. I know some people getting over 200,000 miles on their brakes on one of these trucks, which is absolutely unheard of on any other brand. I know Ford guys are replacing 40-50,000 miles because the exhaust brake is non-existent. So with that being said, this truck has been the best tool that I have ever bought for my business. Hasn't let me down, knock on wood, but if I could find another 18 with low miles, even if it was another single cab, I would definitely scoop it up to have another truck, because eventually I would like to put somebody in a truck, and I'm not going to put somebody over the road and make them sleep in the back seat all the time. So with that being said, I'm a little biased because this has been, like I said, the best tool to my business, but I recommend Ram 2018 and down over any other brand that is out there. So we're gonna get down the road here. We've got about 2 more hours down to Florida to get unloaded, and we're gonna go find ourselves a nice breezy place that has chicken wings and cold beer. I'll see you guys then.